We built a great building. We took it out of the doldrums, one of the great structures in the country, and we built it under budget and ahead of schedule. And to me, that was very important, Mark, because our country is we can't build a highway, we can't build a bridge, we can't fix a tunnel. You know, we're in such trouble. So, I'm very happy with the way it's all worked out. But this building has turned out to be so amazing.
But how does the building connect to your presidential aspirations and your qualifications?
Under budget, ahead of schedule. It's very simple. You look at what's going on. We owe $20 trillion. And that was really... Now, also I wanted to come and stop, and it takes an hour and a half, and we do it. But what it really says is you can do things under budget and great work. This will be one of the great hotels of the world. Under budget, ahead of schedule. Our country has to do things under budget and ahead of schedule.
You'd be surprised to hear that Hillary Clinton's already criticized the hotel?
I wouldn't be surprised.
She said it's a new luxury hotel, but it's the same old story. Relied on undocumented workers to make his project cheaper, products from other countries. He even sued to make his taxes lower.
So just let me say, we had no undocumented workers. A false report was written that they found a couple out of the thousands of people that built it. We had no undocumented workers building this hotel. And in fact, we used E-Verify. For every single worker was E-Verify. And a newspaper came over and looked and said, I think that person's undocumented. This was an E-Verify building. Every single worker was documented and perfected.
Are there foreign products in the building?
That I don't know. I mean, I would like to make it so there weren't. But unfortunately, this country doesn't make things anymore. If you look, our country doesn't make things anymore. Things you buy, whether it's look at a Carrier air conditioner, just moved to Mexico. China, Mexico, Germany, they're making all of our product. This is one of the reasons I'm running, because I know how to turn it around. I mean, the problem we have when you build something like this, so much of the bidding has to go to other countries because we don't make product anymore. Television sets. I would love to buy television sets made in the United States, but they're all made in South Korea and in Japan.
I want to ask you about the polls, but first, one more about the speech. Did it feel differently to you? People are reacting like this is a different tone, a different way of talking about your candidacy. Did it feel different?
Well, it didn't really. I mean, it's different. When I'm speaking in front of 25,000 people, like last night,
right.
We had an amazing crowd. We have amazing crowds all over. I mean, you know that. We have maximum crowds, but last night we had 25,000, and we had 15,000 that couldn't get in. And you know the reason they told me why they couldn't let them in? Stampede.
But people who say this was a great Trump speech, as far as
well,
you're concerned,
I love
they're all
that
great?
They say that. No, I think they're different. But that speech wouldn't be well received if I'm in front of 25,000 people with the spirit to make America great again. But that speech for the opening of a great hotel that employs a lot of people, et cetera, I think that speech was appropriate.
You've redefined how candidates talk about polls. Some polls now you're winning, some you're behind. We've got a new poll where you're up in Florida.
Yeah.
What's your general sense of where you are in the battleground states? Florida, Iowa,
I think we're winning.
Ohio?
I think we're winning Iowa. I think we're winning Ohio. So do you. I think we're winning Florida. I think we're winning Florida actually by much more than your poll says. You have us 2 points up. I think we're going to do fantastically in Pennsylvania. I think we're winning North Carolina. I think we will soon be winning New Hampshire. We're going up there.
New poll today shows
soon.
you closer.
Very close. I think as soon, when I go there, people see, look, it's jobs. It's fix our military. It's take care of our vets. It's don't let the world take advantage of us. I mean, I don't know if I'm a great messenger, but the message is absolutely the right message.
So you're going to get 270-something electoral votes?
I think we're going to win. Yeah, I think we're going to win.
WikiLeaks, I know you and your campaign have said the press isn't covering enough. What do you want the American people to know about the message out of those? They're not Hillary Clinton's emails, but what does it say about her?
Well, WikiLeaks shows how crooked the whole thing is. I mean, it shows how unbelievably dishonest the whole thing is. And you know what else it shows? I don't know John Podesta, but he says terrible things about Hillary Clinton when he says she has bad instincts. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't want anybody talking about me the way he talks about her. He comes out strongly that she has bad instincts and she doesn't know what she's doing.
You think your team's ever written emails to each other about
I
you?
hope not. I hope not. But, between Bernie Sanders with bad judgment, he says she has bad judgment. But when I look at an email sent by John Podesta that Hillary Clinton, who he works for, has bad instincts, that's a terrible thing to say. By the way, I don't want my president to have bad instincts, that I can tell you.
What's going on with you and Vice President Biden?
oh, I don't know. He made some comment he'd like to take me behind the gym. I would be the wrong guy for him to take behind the gym. Believe me, that would be easy. But you know, if
He's
I
in
ever,
pretty good
by the
shape.
way, let me tell you. Oh yeah, I'm worried about him. Let me tell you, if I ever made that comment, they'd say, "Oh, he's a bully. He's a bully." If I ever made it, Mark, and you know this, he makes the comment. Everyone thinks it's so cute. If I made it, they'd say, "Oh, what a terrible thing."
Threatening violence.
He's threatening violence. By the way, and the violence at my rally, they were paid people. Those were criminals. Those were thugs that were paid by the Clinton campaign to create
Or at least
a
by
problem.
Democrats.
Well, I think the Clinton
I
campaign.
know you got to go, but real quick, what kind of vice president do you think he's been? Has he been a good vice president?
I think he's been just fine. I think he's been fine because he gets along with the president. He seems to have a very good relationship. So I think Biden has been absolutely fine. And his relationship with President Obama has been good, and that's a big factor.
You a little under the weather?
No.
No, you're feeling good.
You mean because of that statement?
Huh? No, not because of that. I had somebody tell me they thought you popped a throat lozenge.
Oh, no.
No, you're feeling good.
I feel great.
You're closing strong, you think?
Hey, look, I made 8 stops yesterday. I'm doing 5 or 6
I never met a
today.
presidential candidate who didn't get sick.
Well, so far I haven't. Don't talk about it, okay? Don't
You're-
put it in my head.
Your top communications aide
So
has
far I
gotten
have
sick.
not. Well, that's not me. We will, we're going to win. I really believe. And by the way, I wouldn't say it. I really believe
If
it.
you thought you were gonna
look
lose,
at
you'd tell us you
state
thought you were
by,
gonna
I
lose.
would say that
would
we
you
will
say?
try to win.
Try to win.
There's a big difference. We will try. But we are going to win. And if you look at state by state, hey, look, you're the first one that came out today. Florida, we're up. And believe me, that number is a low number. I really believe it.
And you're not worried about Arizona, Utah, Georgia?
I think Arizona is going to be great. Look, Obamacare is going up over 100% in Arizona. Who in Arizona, and I want strong borders, which they want, because they're having tremendous crime problems and tremendous
But the polls
drug
have gotten
problems.
closer there.
Sure, it's closer, and I have a third-party person running too, which doesn't exactly help me. I mean, without that, we'd win in a walk. But Arizona, I've done great in Arizona. I think we're going to have a very big victory in Arizona. We're going to have strong borders, and we are going to terminate Obamacare. You have to terminate. It's a disaster. Arizona, just about higher than anybody else. They're going to be over 100% increase. Hillary Clinton wants to keep it. She wants to make it even more expensive. We're going to win Arizona. And don't forget, we're also going to be doing a massive tax cut. She's going to raise taxes. I'm going to lower taxes.
You were criticized yesterday for not necessarily explaining how healthcare works well enough. Do you want to revise and extend
No, I
what
don't want
you
to
said?
revise because they asked me about Obamacare, and I said Obamacare is a disaster. I wasn't referring to Doral.
Right, where
and
you
they
have
know
private
that.
coverage.
No, I have so many people. I have so many different. I have companies with Obamacare. I have contractors with Obamacare.
Right.
Those people are suffering. But I wasn't referring to the people at Doral. And in fact, I didn't bring them out to talk about Obamacare or healthcare. I just brought them out to show what a great place that is. But Obamacare, people are suffering with Obamacare. Number one, it doesn't work. Number two, it's so expensive that they can't afford it. And number three, it's closing up businesses.
You're going back to a battleground state right now.
Yeah, I'm going back to North Carolina right now.
Thank you.
Thank
Good to
you.
see you.
Thank you.
We'll
Thank
see you
you,
out
Mark.
there.
You take care of
Good luck the
yourself.
last couple
Thank
of
you.
weeks.